Pops would always tell me, Dion, read for yourself. If you're not reading the Bible for yourself, you will be deceived. If you're not reading the Bible for yourself, you think you're going to have your stuff together before you can come to God, because you listening to people who are giving off this appearance as if they got it all figured out, as if they got it all going on. Not knowing that God uses the people who need the cleaning up to bring forth his glory, to show who God is. Think I'm lying? Moses was not a good speaker. He had a speech problem, and God chose him to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. And Moses gave God almost every excuse under the sun as to why he couldn't do it. And God not only still chose him, but gave him help. David was the youngest of all his brothers, the smallest of all his brothers, and God chose him to be the king of Israel. He chose him to defeat Goliath. Think I'm lying? Paul was a murderer. He used to persecute Christians, a Pharisee, and God chose him to become an apostle and spread the movement of the church. Even when you look at the gospel, it looks like foolishness to an unspiritual world, because all I have to do is place my faith in Jesus Christ and I'm saved. But that's God's wisdom. That is how God presents his wisdom. He packages it in a way that man's wisdom won't be able to tell, won't be able to get. So those who have the Spirit of God can receive the things of God and can understand the things of God. Understand that God has a beautiful way of revealing his message, of getting his word across. So while you're thinking, I'm smoking still, I'm drinking still, I'm still struggling with pornography, I'm still struggling with X, Y, and Z, God wants to use you. He wants to use you for his glory. Those things that you're using as excuses, he wants to use as a testimony. But if you paying attention to a pastor or a preacher or an influencer that's only showing you the good side of their walk, in your mind, you're going to think that you already have to be there. You're going to think you already have to be there to be in right standing with God, not knowing that God wants to have a relationship with you now. And he can clean up your mess that you're giving excuses of as to why you can't have a relationship with him. But most people aren't going to be transparent. Most people aren't going to tell you, read the Bible for yourself. Most people ain't going to say, hey, I struggle with self-righteousness. Hey, I struggle with pride. Hey, I struggle with lust. Hey, I struggle with this and that. They're just going to show you the good side of their walk, and you're going to think you already have to be there to be deemed right with God. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. And this is why, as believers, we must boast in our weaknesses. So therefore, when we teaching, when we preaching the word, people can see the things that God is currently doing in our lives, and not just the things, we've been delivered from and we no longer struggle with no more.